Bitcoin and the blockchain have been dismissed over and over again that they will never work. Just recently, Dimon stated that he thinks Bitcoin is worthless. Is there truth to these statements? Are blockchains really this powerful technology, or are they merely just a fad that will go away? Today, we will explain all this and more. So, what exactly is a blockchain? Think of a public blockchain as a massive financial statement. However, instead of only one company or a few people having access to a financial statement, a public blockchain is 100% open and anyone can read or write to it. A good way to picture a blockchain would be a jenga tower or a tower of blocks. Every block in the tower has a chunk of information like the time and transaction data. At the top of the tower contains information about what happened today, and the farther down you go, you will see older and older transaction data and history. Now that you have a good picture in your head, you might be wondering how a blockchain works. First, let's consider the motivations behind blockchains and then jump into the details. Number 1, decentralization, meaning no single entity controls the blockchain. Number 2, transparency. Anyone has read or write access to the blockchain. Number 3, anonymity. Through the power of cryptography, transactions are handled through public keys and private keys instead of names and credit cards. Number 4, security. Blockchains are secured by state-of-the-art cryptography. So, how do we actually achieve all of this? There are 3 important pieces that make up a blockchain: blocks, miners, and nodes. A block contains a bunch of recent transactions, the timestamp, the size of the block, and some other information. Each block is connected to each other and has a reference to the previous block before it. Miners are like active security guards in the network and create new blocks on the blockchain through a process called mining. In proof of work, the process of mining involves miners contributing special hardware to the network to compute the answer to an incredibly difficult math problem. Once the solution is found, the rest of the network can easily verify if the solution is correct. This creates safety in math, since changing a block involves editing the block and all the blocks that come after it and solving all those complex math problems before the rest of the network, an essentially impossible task. Once a block is successfully mined, the block is accepted by the network and miners are rewarded for their efforts. And finally, nodes. Nodes are any device that store a copy of the blockchain. Nodes are like referees that validate each block before accepting and adding them to the blockchain, keeping the miners in check. With all that being said, let's walk through a transaction step by step. Let's consider the example of Bob sending 15 Bitcoin to Alice's public address, sort of like her Venmo address, which I covered in a previous video linked above. Thousands and perhaps millions of miners across the world compete to solve the complex math problem in order to confirm Bob and Alice's transaction. The miner who successfully solves the problem receives Bitcoin as a reward through network fees, which are included in Bob and Alice's transaction. After the transaction is confirmed, the transaction is added to a block on the blockchain. The majority of the nodes in the network must then confirm the solution to the complex math problem. If confirmed, the block is permanently chained to all previous blocks on the blockchain. All in all, blockchains are an incredible innovation that give power back to the individual. Instead of trusting the bank with your money, you can trust math, code, cryptography, and the network with your money. Blockchains allow strangers across the world to agree on transactions through decentralization and an open and permissionless network. As always, if you made it here, thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed the video. If you have any feedback or thoughts, please drop a comment below. It's clear that blockchains are an incredibly revolutionary technology and have spawned massive innovation already in the likes of Bitcoin, Ethereum, decentralized finance, NFTs, and much more to come. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe, like, and share it to help my content reach a wider audience. I'll see you next time.